All right, welcome back everybody to the channel. Quickly, we're going to do week 3 of college football. Colton sent his picks in. I've been really bad with not doing the first 2 weeks, but we did it just through text, and we just kept up with that. So he's 15-10, and I'm 18-7. We got Navy at Memphis. We both got Memphis winning pretty easily. Penn State, number 7 Penn State, pretty underrated team. I think that team's going to be really good, but I think they're barely going to beat Illinois by 4. And then he's got Penn State by 14. 14 LSU. I don't know what to say about LSU. They're kind of, in the middle for me. I don't know if they're good. I don't think they're bad, but they're just in the middle. But they're at Mississippi State. Mississippi State, they've got offense. I think it's going to be an offensive game, but LSU barely wins by 4, and Colton's got LSU by 14. Number 15, Kansas State at Missouri. I don't know nothing about Kansas State, but somehow they're ranked 15th. So maybe they got a good team. I have no idea. I don't follow them. Honestly, I do not care unless they just start, if they're undefeated and all that. But I got them winning by 11. He's got them by 14. This is the first week we actually picked very similar, minus a couple of things. But Minnesota at number 20, North Carolina. North Carolina squeaked by with Appalachian State. I don't know why these colleges still book them in their schedule, because that team is going to upset somebody or come close every year. But I think they beat Minnesota by 4. I think it's going to be close, and he's got North Carolina by 8. Virginia Tech at Rutgers. I think Rutgers is a really, really good team, and they just every time I bet with them these first 2 weeks, they've actually covered the spread. So hey, shout out to Rutgers for that. I think they will this time too. I don't know what the spread is, but I got Rutgers definitely at home by 11, and he's got them by 4. Very close game. Number 8, Washington at Michigan State. Now, Michigan State, we got Mel Tucker and all that. I don't even know anything about that. I saw what he's investigated for, and that's really all I've seen. I know it's a lot of bad stuff, and they, fired him and all that stuff. I think it could be one of these trap games for Washington, with them being ranked 8th going on the road, but they are the better team, and they've got a Heisman-esque quarterback. So I think Washington gets it done by 17, and Colt got him by 28. He don't even have a close game. I think it'll be a close game for a good bit, and then they'll kind of walk away with it towards the end. So this one, me and Colton's a Tennessee fan, of course, and I'm an Oregon fan, so we always put their games on here. But with Oregon facing Hawaii, we have just answered if they're going to cover the spread, which is minus 37.5, which is a lot, but I think they will cover it because Hawaii is not good, and he thinks they will not cover it. So that's our prediction. So if we're wrong, that's where we get like a loss in the column. Fresno State at Arizona State. I'm not high on Arizona State. They just don't look really good, and I think Fresno will go in there and stay undefeated and win by 2. I think it'll be a close one, but Colton's got him by a touchdown. And then this week 3 of college football is probably the worst week out of all the weeks, just overall. Normally when it's like that, we have really, really good games. That's why I'm hoping for it, but on paper, it does not look good at all. But a number 11, Tennessee at Florida in the Swamp. Tennessee has not beat Florida in the Swamp since 2003. That's kind of crazy to me. But Colton's got them 35-24, and we're rocking with the Gators this week. Gators by 3. Gators 34-31. I don't like Joe Milton at quarterback. I was hoping he worked good with them and everything with the system. But unless he just gets up to gear and something just changes this week, I just don't see it happening. I just don't see it happening. But who knows? Who knows? But with that being said, we have gotten week 3 of college football done. And now we are on, what week are we on? Oh my, week two. Oh man. Hey, I got off early for once, so it's kind of messing me up. But week 2 of the NFL, and the best record for week 1 was me, and that was 8-8. So it was a pretty bad week.
What was that? I was 7-9.
And Temple was 6-10. And so to recap last year, me and Temple were at the end towards the Super Bowl, and he picked the Eagles, I picked Chiefs. So at the end, I ended up winning last year by that one game. But it's a new year, and hopefully we have a better record this upcoming week. But I've already wrote his to the side, and I've circled some of mine. Minnesota tonight at Philly. He's got the Eagles. I got the Eagles, and are you rocking with Philly?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't want to.
You don't want to? Well, I can tell you they are winning. I would be very...
I mean, I would be shocked if they didn't, but I mean, I just feel like that's an upset game.
Yeah. So, the next game, we got the Green Bay Packers, which, you know, I probably should have picked, but I had...
Fool. I told you. Wow. I told you.
Hey, you did. But I had a lot of hope for Chicago, but yeah, that hope is probably dwindling really down. But Green Bay, with a good win over Chicago last week, they go on the road to Atlanta, which these two teams, it really just depends how they are. Atlanta will have to get the ball to Kyle Pitts more, or try to.
Yeah, that's what, just looking last week and what we did to the Bears O-line, and then I was watching the Panthers game, and the Falcons O-line was just, Desmond was getting tore up, so hopefully that should be a good spot for us, but other than that, on offense, you know, their secondary with Bates, A.J. Tyrell, it's going to be tough. They still got, they got, what's his name from the Ravens? Calais Campbell.
Yeah.
They got Grady Jarrett still. So their defense is actually pretty good. I think it'll be a good two teams that have young defenses that are really good. So it'll be a great game. It'll be a good game for Jordan Love if he's able to pull off some magic like he did last week, for sure.
Yeah, I agree. I know you're rocking with Green Bay. Temple's rocking with Green Bay, and we're actually all rocking with Green Bay this week. This one for me is a toss-up for real, because I don't know if Atlanta's going to look different on offense this week, or if anything going to change. Because if they can get Kyle Pitts at least in the game a little bit more, man, I'm telling you, they got a very good young team, but I don't know.
I just think Desmond's not I don't know if he'll be the right piece for that system, honestly. Yeah,
I don't know. It's kind of still early to tell, but we'll see. But we all got Green Bay this week. The Raiders at Buffalo. Me and Temple think Buffalo's going to bounce back. I think they will. Josh Allen has to bounce back. I don't know what he was doing with some of his stuff. He just did not. It's funny. Bleacher Report, with a quote he said, "This loss is on me." I'm like, yeah, no duh. You have 3 interceptions and a fumble. The pick 6, so basically have the Giants, not the Giants, but the Jets. The Giants did not win, by the way. The Jets, I meant, to win with that pick 6. So, yeah, I think Buffalo's going to rebound here, especially at home.
Yeah, I'm going to take Buffalo, too. I don't really want to. It's just that the Raiders are just... Yeah. They won last week, and it wasn't... That game with the Broncos was not very impressive at all. So, and Josh Jacobs did not have a good game. So, yeah, I'm going to go Buffalo. But, you know, if they lost, I wouldn't be mad.
Yeah, that's how I feel. I wouldn't be mad. Baltimore at Cincinnati. Cincinnati's another team that, good God, I didn't watch much of the game, saw some highlights, but, man, Cleveland, I know Cleveland got defense, but, man, Cleveland offensively don't look that good, but it's just 1 week. I'm a huge, especially last year, I picked Baltimore probably the most out of anybody, but I am not picking them this week. I will be going with the Bengals with Temple.
Yeah, I'm going to go with Bengals. They beat the Ravens the last few times they played pretty good, so.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I'm going to go with them and the Ravens. They just don't have their secondary is just kind of depleted right now. And
yeah.
They, at times, last week, they were struggling against the Texans, and Lamar didn't even throw a touchdown. It was very, very sad week 1 for them.
Yeah. So.
And then they lost J.K. Dobbins, too, again.
Yeah,
so.
that's a killer. That's bad. But, so we're all rocking with Cincy. Seattle on the road at Detroit. Temple got Detroit. I am still on the fence about this game, so I don't know. Because Seattle just didn't have a good week 1. And I just feel like they're a team, especially with Pete Carroll as their coach, I think they could rebound and get this win. But I do not know. Detroit should win here, but are we going to see the Detroit of the last 2 years where they lose some of these games that they probably shouldn't? That's my concern. But I'm going to say Detroit wins in a close one. And I'm not really sure about that pick.
Yeah, I'm going to go Seattle for one. Detroit's in the division. I do not like them. I will not pick them a lot. But besides me not liking them, I think Seattle will bounce back from a rough week 1. And I think Detroit may still be riding a Chiefs win without Travis Kelce high. And yeah, so I'm going to take Seattle. I think it'll be a good game for sure. I think Seattle will just bounce back. They're underperformance from just the new receiving core because, adding JSN from Ohio State, you were expecting, Gino to even put up even more crazier numbers just because it seemed like Lockett was his number 1. And, yeah. And I didn't think, who was it, Kenneth Walker? He didn't have like a great game. Well, I mean, Aaron Donald their D-line was doing something crazy to
Yeah.
Which sucked because the Rams are supposed to be one of the worst teams, really.
But I mean, they might not turn into be, even though, I don't know.
If they still play defense, they still got Aaron Donald. They just got to – they're going to have to lean on that defense a lot. I'll say that. Until Cooper Kupp gets back. I forgot about that. That's even a worse loss now that I think about that.
Yeah, like I think he's going to be out till week 4 or 5. I don't know. Who knows?
I think he's on the PUP list, so he's probably out till week 4 or week 5.
So, with the next game, we got the Chargers that ended up losing to the Dolphins in a very close one. On the road to Tennessee that lost to the Saints in a very defensive game. Hey, if you love defense, that's the game you needed to watch.
I love defense, but damn, couldn't nobody score.
That was defense to the max. And for that reason, the Chargers will go on the road and win against the Titans. Because if the Chargers starts putting up even the slightest amount of points, Tennessee is not going to keep up with them. I don't think so.
Yeah, so I'm going to go Chargers too. They're just a better team. They should win. That's all it is to it. Yeah. They're just a better team.
Yeah, I mean, I know they've had woes of some games that they've lost that they shouldn't, but they got to get out of that, especially with this game. Yeah. They got to. And
it seems like last week, because they're always losing the games like that. Like, they can never win, those games, like, kind of like getting over the hump because the Dolphins, that was a shootout, and it seems like Justin Herbert doesn't come out on top as much as he should, which is surprising.
Yeah, I agree. Chicago on the road against my Buccaneers, against my 1-0 Buccaneers. I can't believe I can believe I'm saying that, but even though it's against the Vikings, and who knows, Justin Jefferson, I mean, he's going to get paid, but that man don't really want to be in Minnesota all the way. You can kind of tell, but I hope we're not riding on the high with the win, but I don't think they will do that. I think this, I know it's cliche, but I feel like this is a little of a different Baker for once. He ain't tossing the ball and making, honestly, watching that game, I think he might have made 1 or 2 questionable to bad pass. He did 1 bad, and the other one might have been questionable. But I will take 2 of those compared to what he used to. So if he can continue that, hey, I'm all for it. Defense played phenomenal. Even though Justin Jefferson got his yards, we knew that was going to happen. When it mattered the most, they made him kick field goals and just stopped them and stuff like that, turnovers. So the defense for me, they got a chip on the shoulder. Hopefully they have one this week. And I think we will beat Chicago, especially being at home. If this was at Chicago, I think it would be a different story. It would feel like a different story for me. Because it might be just different, but I think Tampa Bay will win at home. Temple got my Bucks. He learned from last week. Let's see if someone else will learn from last week.
Man, it's tough. I feel like this is a trap game as well. Because the easy pick should be Tampa, but I don't know. I just got a feeling Chicago would come out and do something crazy and act like week 1 was a fluke or something, which I hope it don't happen. But Justin Fields, he's just gonna have to. I don't even know if he can do it at this point in his career, but he just needs to change his throwing mechanism. To be honest, I think he'd be a lot better. His form is like. It's so weird. It's weird. Like, he can't really throw on the run because he has to, like, wind it up. So last week, and our line was getting to him, so he'd have to scramble, and then his pass would wind up, and he just makes some bad throws. And I really think I don't think it's because of talent. I really think it's just because his throwing form and stuff. That's really what I think it is, which sucks.
It can't be talent this year. Now, I will say Claypool, I don't know. There was a clip going around.
Oh, they're benching him this week.
I hope so, because I don't know what he's doing.
I think it's because of that. He
didn't look like he wanted to be out here. I mean, I don't know. What does he want to do? TikTok or something? Just let him do that for a career. Because that's what he's about to do if he don't perform good again with another team if they trade him or whatnot.
He probably could. But
cut, traded, I don't know, but are you going with Chicago?
No. I'm gonna go with Tampa Bay.
Okay.
I don't think Chicago's in the division as well. I just feel like it's a trap game, but I don't want them to win at all.
Right. I feel you. All right, so we got Kansas City on the road at Jacksonville. This is gonna be a good game. Temple has the Jags winning at home, so that's Temple with Temple got me with that one. When I saw that one, I was like, oh, wait a minute. I had to double check. I'll be like, okay, he got Jaguars, so he got the Chiefs going 0-2.
Did you see the Super Bowl champs 0-2?
Is Kelsey being back this week?
I think he's questionable. I think they said he has a good chance of playing, though.
I don't care if he's questionable or if he's out.
Wait, well, you better think about last week. Were you saying that?
I got the Chiefs.
Wow.
I don't think the Super Bowl champs are going 0-2. I do not see the Chiefs going 0-2.
I'm trying to see these real quick.
Yeah, I don't know.
I don't know why I'm gonna go to the other one, but
I don't know.
It's tough. I think the Super Bowl champs may be 0-2.
Oh, that's tough.
I'm gonna go Jacksonville at home. Short spread though. It gotta be a short spread. But
I don't know what the spread is. I haven't checked, but
yeah, I'm gonna go with Jacksonville. I don't know.
It's tough.
I mean, I know the Chiefs will bounce back, but the Jaguars, the Jaguars have, I mean, Detroit's defense did get better, but the Jags have a better defense. I think especially in their linebackers position is where they really got them. But, yeah, I'm going to go with the Jaguars. I got to.
The next game, yeah, this one's a toss-up. Good luck. Indy at Houston. And Temple has the Colts. I ain't gonna lie to you. I don't know who I got. I
kind of want to pick the Colts, but okay, if I just pick Jaguars.
I don't know. Honestly, I don't know who to pick, but I am going to go with the Colts. I will go with the Colts. I don't know. I have no idea. Could be wrong, but this we'll see. It's rookie matchup, so we'll see. We'll see how they look against each other with the option defenses and all that.
They looked good. Anthony Richardson didn't look bad. The Colts defense looked really good, but then the Texans defense was giving the Ravens some trouble. So now I'm like, I don't know.
I think
Richardson looked better than C.J. Stroud.
I think the Colts look better than the Texans. That's the only reason I would go with them this week. I don't know.
I don't want to choose. I'm gonna go with Houston.
Houston. Next up, we got the 49ers on the road against the Rams. Temple got the 49ers. I know the 49ers, they looked really good last week, but Pittsburgh's offense is terrible. That's what it looks like. It did not look good. Now, hopefully, probably it won't change this week, but I was hoping that it would look better maybe this week, but I don't think it's going to with the defense they're facing. But I think this will be a closer game what most people think it wouldn't be. I think this is going to be a very much closer game. And I'm actually going to go Rams over the 49ers. I think I'm going to go Rams. I don't know why. I think the momentum of them winning last week ain't going to be a fluke. And I think they're going to actually be better than what some people think.
I'm going to go 49ers. I thought about going Rams, but I don't know. Because I feel like the 49ers will not play as good as they did last week, but
yeah.
That's just it. If I lose it, I lose that one.
I feel you. All right, well, you got the New York Giants that scored 0 points last week.
Terrible.
0.
Trash.
And those bums, I'm picking them again because if they do not beat Arizona, something is wrong.
Arizona at home?
I don't care. I don't care if this was home, away, in Mexico, wherever they play, Germany, UK, where they do the games. The Giants has to beat them. They're the better team by far right now because no Kyler Murray. This has to be a Giants win. If this ain't a Giants win, you might want to stop the season right now for him.
Well, Darren Waller, he's dealing with that hamstring.
I do not care. He probably ain't going to play.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
He probably ain't going to play, but
all you got to do is box Saquon. Daniel Jones proved he can't throw. He's proved it time and time again. No matter what Sid says about them not having weapons. You can have all the weapons. You can't throw. You can't throw.
Hey, he got $40 million though a year.
That's just bad management.
Yeah, well, yeah, it is. But yeah, Temple got the Giants, and when he texted the Giants, he had like a throw up system emoji. That green one about the throw up. Yeah, he had it right beside the Giants' name, which that's how I feel. But it's got to be the Giants over the Cardinals for me.
Did y'all both pick the Giants last week?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
I had the Cowboys, of course. So.
I wish I would have picked the Cowboys. It would. I don't know why I even picked the Giants, thinking they were going to do something.
What are you thinking?
Well, I definitely wasn't thinking they played them.
I'm going to pick the Giants this week, but this is it. He said was reading off their schedule last night, and I said, this is my last time I'm going to pick them, because I think he said they got the 49ers next week.
No, damn.
And then he said they got like a rough schedule the next few weeks. So I was like, yeah, I'll take them this Sunday, but after that, I ain't picking him for a few weeks.
We got the Jets, and, of course we have to talk about it because this is the first time talking about NFL with Aaron Rodgers. Hopefully that doesn't retire him, because I would want to see him with the Jets since that's where he went and everything. I would like to see him with the team, but hopefully he does not retire. I'm hoping and praying he doesn't, because I really want to see him. But we got the Zach Wilson Jets with the weapons versus the Cowboys, and I would be shocked if the Cowboys do not win by at least 10 or more. So I'm going Cowboys.
Yeah, I got Cowboys. Their defense, adding Gilmore that was just very OP. I don't know why they let that happen, but yeah.
We all got the Cowboys. I didn't even put Temple's name beside it. I knew he was going to say Cowboys, especially with Zach Wilson. I mean, hopefully they can do something, but I'm not really thinking that it's going to be much. The Commanders, whatever the hell their name is, I guess it's still the Commanders, at the Denver Broncos. Now, Temple has the Commanders. I have not circled one for this game yet. For me, the better quarterback is obviously with Denver. I don't know if that's going to equal to a win or not. But for this week, they screwed me out of a win last week, but I'm still going to rock with them. Broncos country. I guess let's ride for this week, too. But I don't know how much I'm riding on the,
I don't know, man. That Commanders D-line is pretty.
It is good.
That's why I'm not sure.
But I don't know. I'm just thinking at home after this disappointment loss.
Yeah, I'll go Denver.
Yeah.
I wanted to go Commanders though, but it's okay.
Yeah. All right, so we got Sunday Night Football. We got the Dolphins at New England.
Yeah, you're taking New England.
No offense, but this is an easy one. Dolphins on the road.
I thought you were taking the Patriots.
No.
What about Brian?
Oh, no. Let's not get into this. The Patriots will not be making the playoffs. I will say this throughout this season. Because you got the Dolphins, and if Tua stays healthy, this team can go deep in the playoffs. That's if, and I hope he does. And then you got the teams in that division. They were definitely the worst team in the division for me when Aaron Rodgers was playing, or when Aaron Rodgers didn't get hurt before his injury. So that's why I got Dolphins, and that's not a hit to New England. Don't take it as a hit. It's just that division has a lot of solid teams, and that is the worst team in the division for me.
Man.
Now, don't tell me you go in New England. You're a Dolphins person. You pick the Dolphins like I picked Baltimore. You really do.
I mean, New England didn't look bad.
No, but
I'm going to go Miami.
Yeah.
Just because their defense will probably hold them up for at least a few possessions. And I don't know if the Patriots can score with them.
That's why I just can't do it. We got 2 Monday Night Football games. First up, we got the Saints on the road to Carolina. Yeah, I saw Carolina last week, and I'm going with the Saints.
Dang.
I saw Carolina last week. That's all I had to say.
Carolina, see, that's the thing. Like, they were in the game. It's just Bryce Young. he did some rookie things and it cost him.
It's going to take him a good bit to real. It's not going to be this year. It's probably going to be his second year. If you add on to that team, they're going to be good. But this year, you're not going to see me pick them that much. Probably, I don't think so.
I mean, I really do want to pick them this week. Being at home. Is that a spot that I can take this week? Is it a spot I can take this week? I'm gonna go Saints. I'm gonna go Saints this week.
Yeah, we all going Saints. And trust me, I don't want to pick the damn Saints a lot, but this week I'm gonna have to. And the other Monday Night Football game, the Cleveland Browns at the Pittsburgh Steelers. I don't care that Pittsburgh is at home. The way their offense looked, and now you're going to face a Cleveland defense. Hey, that's some back-to-back defenses that's going to be tough. And, boy, Pickett, I mean, I feel bad for him because, I mean, he facing against some tough defenses to start out the year with his, I would say, his first year regularly starting and everything. So it's not like, I know he played last year, but this is a hard start to do it. But that Cleveland defense, Myles Garrett looked freaking good. And he always looks good, but it's like he just looked way better week 1. Remind me of, like, where he had so many sacks that one, I forget which year. I mean, that's what it looked like because he got so much pressure on Joe Burrow and everything. Honestly, I think it will be a close game, but I am going Browns on the road. And Temple got the Browns as well.
I was really going to go Pittsburgh, but I remember that I think, is it Deontay Johnson that's out?
Yeah, he's out, I believe.
I think Pat may be out too.
I think he's questionable, but I don't know.
So I feel like this would be a good bounce back game for him, but I'm gonna take Cleveland just because Pittsburgh, they're missing him.
Yeah. Yeah,
it'll be a tough game because I mean, Deshaun don't have to be. He ain't got to be a hero. He has Nick Chubb, all the weapons on offense. I like the Elijah Moore pickup. And that's basically what he did last week, just managed the game really well. And then Nick Chubb is going to give you 100 yards. So
Yeah, he's...
And that's against Cameron Hayward, TJ Watt, a loaded defense over there. And they just...
I mean, it might be a very defensive game, but I think at some point, Cleveland's just going to just break away just to an extent and all that. So, yeah.
So I'll take Cleveland too.
Yeah. So we got a lot of similarities with their picks this week a little bit, but, I mean, we'll see. We shall see. Hopefully it's a better week because 8-8 for me, and I'm in first place. That's bad if I'm in first place with 8-8. But hopefully this week too is better. But yeah, I think I went over college. Yep, that is it. So if you're enjoying this video and everything, hit that like button for me. Subscribe if you haven't already, and let's see. Comment down below some of these games, which ones you're maybe interested in, or college-wise, maybe one that I didn't even talk about. I don't think I really missed one because this week ain't really that much with college football. It's more professional that will be probably good. But until then, hope you guys have a great day and see you next time on the channel.